right? Visual Studio Code Editor, and it's a lightweight software. With the help of that, we can use any number of programming languages like C, C++, Java, .NET, right? It's like a notepad, but it's a smart notepad. We can connect so many things with that. So it's a advanced version of notepad. So today we are going to create, I'm going to create one page, right? Experiment 2.html. So in this, we can write HTML tag, body tag, and outer side one head tag. In this, I already installed like so many extensions we can install here. Just click on this but part, right, and search the extensions. Automatically, so many extensions are there. With the help of that, you can execute. Like now, you all can see here. Here, there is one go live. This is a server. When I'm going to click here, it automatically open one web page, right? So if this server is not working, like I'm going to stop. Let's suppose I'm going to stop here. So it is not working right now. This is going to create one error. But if it is working state, so output is like this. So our experiment is that we need to create student feedback form, right? How we can create student feedback form? So inside this body, first I need to write here forms. Form tag. Form tag is basically used when we want to create any form. That form is like registration form, login form, sign up form, right? Or like admission form, any form. A web application is having number of types of forms. So we can create like this. No, this is the second experiment. Let me check here. Just give me a minute. Yeah, this is the second one, right? I just modify your second, like it is combined with third, right? So this is the second experiment. We need to create a form using text box, text areas, checkbox, etc. No, it's a first practical for timetable. First experiment is about timetable, creation of timetable, right? If you can add like course department, you can add some pages. Second one is about feedback form. Let me check. I will check later on, right? So now moving to the next. Here we have input. Input tag is like a tag. With the help of that, we can add some data, right? Let's suppose when we have a form, any form we can say, let me show you like Facebook. So this is the login form, right? So these are the text fields, input fields. Here we can add some data. If I want to create, this is my sign up page, a base small sign up page. Clear? So now input tag is used to create type. Type is an attribute. With the help of that, we can these number of fields like button, checkbox, color, date, time, email, file, uploading. If I want to hide that input type, image, password field, radio, search button, submit, text. Generally, it's a text type. Text. So this is it, right? Here we can write a one field name, name. Next one, input type. One more thing you can add here, name. We need to provide a name. Like in programming languages, we use data types like int data type, which is going to store integer value, right? So we defined with some name. C is a input type variable, integer type variable. In same way, this text field is defined with this name, because when you are going to collaborate, you are going to link with any programming language like PHP, Java, .NET, etc., any language, that time this name is going to fetch by the browser, by the application, right? So let's suppose this is going to write, we can write name, any name, or n1 you can write here, right? Any name you can write here, but the thing is that you all can remember the things, right? Second thing, let's suppose here one input type I'm going to create text, sorry, type submit. If you want to close this input tag, then you can write like this. In the same way, you can write br tag like this. Closing br tag, open and closing br tags are like this, right? So input type submit, here I can write here submit. Now here the button becomes, when I'm going to click on this button, it is going to submit at particular web page. It is going to call, it is going to redirect to that particular page which I'm going to write in this action. Let's suppose I'm going to write here list.html. At this page I'm going to call, right? So now if I'm going to click on this submit button, let me write once again. So this HTML list.html is going to open. One more thing here. Let's suppose I'm going to pass here any name. I'm going to click here, that value is going to pass. So browser, like any other language, PHP or any other language, is going to fetch this value, the values Gagan, with the help of this name attribute of input type, or we can say text field input type, right? Second thing, by default, if you want to write some value here, let's suppose any data we can write here. Let's suppose XYZ. So you can see here, automatically this data is going to present here. Which data I'm going to pass in this value field, it is going to show like here. Third thing is that here, let's suppose here you all can see email address or phone number. But when I am going to add email address, the backend data which is visible that time, now it is not showing anything, right? Data is not displaying anything. How that, what type of attribute is that, right? So here we change, we are not using value that time, we are using placeholder. First name. So user is able to see. So what he or she is going to enter, first name. Submit. Data is going to display here. Now we are moving to the further input type fields. Let's suppose one more input type, gender. Input type equals radio. Radio buttons are used. So gender like this. Now BR tag. So submit button moves to the next line. Now if I want to add one more input type, again I'm going to write here radio. Small letters, capital letters, any type of letters you can use here. Here I'm going to write male. But now this time you all can see both the input fields of radio buttons are going to select. But we need a one selection at a time. So what we can do, we are going to use this name field, name attribute. Name equals, let's suppose, gender. Same name I'm going to write here, add this. So now whenever you are using radio buttons, in radio buttons we have the property, we can select a single one, not all the one. Out of two, we need to select only one option. This can only be possible if your name attribute is same, right? If your name attribute is same. Now click on here. By default, which is going to select, that is going to send a value on. But here we have which property, male. So we need to pass some data here. Because when we are going to deal with JavaScript, we are able to fetch some data from the input fields or any other programming language. That's why Let's suppose here I'm going to write male. Here I have to write equals to female. Now click here. Name is Aman and gender is male. Clear? Any doubt? If anyone has any doubt till now, just let me know. Okay, fine. Now moving to the next property. Now next one is checkbox, hobbies. Input type, checkbox. At that time we have a multiple selection. Again we need to write here some value. Let me write. Let's suppose chess. Here I can write chess. So this is the form. If you need one more input type, I'm going to copy. So now here we can choose both the fields. Click here. But data is not there because we have not added the name field. C1, first option C1. While you are using checkbox, you need to give different names. C1, C2, etc. Now C1 is going to selected by this value and C2 have a hotkey value. Let's suppose input type email. Input type email. So email, then password field, input type password. Here one thing, let's suppose if you are using like this, just any, it is going to give error. You need to add proper format like this way. Again, I am going to show you, right? So add the rate is compulsory when you are using. Then like this, select the form, password is. Now when you are using submit this form, the password is going to show at here in our URL. So what we can do if we want to hide? So here make a method By default it's a get method. Get method property is that property which is going to show the passing data through this URL. It is going to show. But if you are using post, then the data is hidden. Now see, nothing is display. Let me check some error. Post method. Okay. So now if you want to use this post method is going to use when you have a live server, right? It's not a live server. It is not a like other programming language we are not using. It's a HTML page. That's why we are going to receive an error. So here you can use any method, post or get or post, right? So now in this way you can create your form, right? I'm going to share this file, right? And one more thing, in next experiment, what we need to create, we need to create, divide the pages into two parts with navigation link on left hand side and some content on right hand side, right? Before we are going to move to the navigation part, right? What we need to do here, how we can divide our divs, divide our window or like web page into different areas. So whenever you are using, let's suppose this is a form tag, right? This is a form tag 1. Let's suppose one more form tag I am going to use. Again, this form tag is going to show right here at this position. If I am going to change anything in this form, it is automatically reflected here also. But if we are going to separate add these forms into divs, one more tag, division, div tag, this is called division tag. Let's suppose in which I am going to write here hello. In h1 tag, or I can write div1. In same way I am going to create one more div2. So two divs are there. But when I am going to write color, one more tag, style tag I am going to use here, background color. Any number of colors we can use here. You all can see here this size of this div is full length. So after applying background color, so when this one single tag is going to select a single row of this web page, right now let's suppose this is my first row, this is my second row, after that this is my third row. There is one space in between both the divs, right? So this is my third row, this is my fourth row. So each tag is going to select complete row. But if we want, if we make it half, 50%, right? If we can make it 50%, then this fourth div 2 is going to place at this position. How? Let me show you one thing. Here you can use one tag float left. What is the use of this? Let me show you. When you are using float left tag, what it did, it is going to select only the data which is it is going to cover. Let me write here div1 using float tag left. So data is covered like this. Again, if I'm going to write like same value with new data div2, now use float left. So data is placed here, two divs are there, but if I want to divide into two different parts, only two parts, div1 and div2, this is the part, like this part region, this is the empty region, right? I want to cover with div1 50% of div1, 50% of div2, 50-50 ratio I want to select. How we can do? Only when you are using width in percentage, not in pixel or any other way. Make it 50%, width 50%, automatically divide into two parts, 50-50. Clear? What you all need to do is you need to create a form, HTML form with some proper layout. Right now I have not written anything, right? Name, you can make colors, you can add some colors, you can select the background one, right? Anything you can do, right? Any doubt till now? Anyone has any doubt in these two divs? Let's suppose one more div I want to write here, div 3. So this is the third part. If I want to make it on a three divs parallel, then make it 33%, 33.3, like this. Clear? Only with the help of this float left. If we are using float right, we can use float right also. So what it did, div1 is going to place on a this position. Make it this right, third one. There is no change because it's on a center. But if I'm going to change here, right, now div2 is on a this part. So now you can understand how easily we can make some divisions using 50% ratio. I'm compressing my window. Now all every time it is going to fix. So this percentage property is going to make a bootstrap theme. If you are using each and every tags in a percentage way, width is going to fixed in a percentage. According to that requirement, according to our mobile application requirement, any requirement, it is going to select our data like this. How small size is like this, right? Web page is small, right? So we can do like this. Clear? Now if you want to make menu bars on a left side, for menu bars we can use, we have two tags, ordered list and unordered list. Ordered list, if you want to comment in HTML, then this is the way. This is a tag you need to use. Inside this, write any text data. Ordered. Ordered means OL tag. Inside this OL, there is one LI tag, list. Let's suppose home. About. Now see, 1, 2, 3 in the form of numbers, we are able to see. Blog. And another one is, I'm just copying the whole list. UL, unordered list. This is the tag for unordered list. Right? So unordered list is like, it is going to give bullets. One more property we have here, type. In type, you can use alphabets, capital or small, Roman numbers, like in the form of like Roman numbers. Here in UL, we have a different types, equals, like circle, so circle is going to here. By default, it's a bullet. Third one is square. Square boxes are there, right? By default, it's a disk. Yeah, bullets for this. A disk type property. Clear? Here I am going to write some properties name, square. These are the three properties which are the part of type, right? Type tag attribute. Any of three, we can choose one. Now I'm going to share this HTML code. All can download from the chat box. Uploading this web page. Experiment 2. You all can download this file, HTML2 file, from the chat box. We have left 3 minutes. If anyone has any doubt, any query, you can let me know. Yes, students. raise your hands if anyone has any doubt, any query.